Greetings, Questers. We've got another exciting new update for you, 0.4.11.0. Over the holidays and before that, we've really tried to add a lot of functionality to the game type system so that you can all have more variety to your game nights. One of the core beliefs around Questline is a superb agnostic VTT that plays and handles all kinds of rules and characters that you enjoy immersing yourself into. With this update, we're adding support for Savage Worlds, Warhammer 40k, and Space Weirdos. This also includes a lot of details in the character sheets that help expand the whole application to other games. I'm sure there are plenty of games out there that could be fully playable right now, but we simply haven't added a game type for it yet. Maybe now is a good time to look into trying to add your own system that you love to play. We'd love to help you get the most out of your tabletop session. To start us off, we're going to talk about the new Aura system. This tool is a visual indicator that centers itself around a token on the map and gives you at-a-glance information without forcing you to measure things out manually. It's incredibly useful when your character needs to know that it has a 30-foot radius around them, that enemies take some kind of penalty, or even when you just want to know how far your character can see in the dark. These are all valid uses of the Aura tool. We'll step through a quick demo of how it works and how easy it is to update. You have two different options in modifying these values. One via the character details page and the other from the mini sheet when you select a token on the battle map. We'll start with the character details, as all characters in Questline start with the base values of a character being stored there. Let's find our character, Elfric, and go to the Settings tab. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll find our new Auras section there. On the section header, you'll find the Add Aura button. Clicking that just gives us a new aura to work with. Change the name to something you might find useful. From there, you can see the following options: shape, color, line color, privacy, size, only show while selected, and hide while dragging. The shape is pretty self-explanatory, as is color and line color. We are limited to circle and square as shapes, but we'll add more in the future. You can set the transparency values of the colors to 0 to hide either color. Privacy follows the pattern already established for permissions across the app. Protected will only show the auras to those players, and public is just public. The size is the most complicated of the options. This is relative to the size of the token. If you have a token that is a single grid square in size, or whatever pixel size you have set for non-grids, it will measure out that value from the edge of the token, meaning that if you put in a 1, it will create an aura that is 1 grid square out from the token. Here, in the example, we'll set the shape to square and save what we have. This will create a gray aura that reaches 1 square away from you. If you increase this value, it will go out further and further. You can also use decimal values or fractions to give you whatever range you really want. This is really only helpful when you're using a game that uses the exact distance calc function in the map settings of a map. Finally, you have two options that cover conditional rules to hide the aura when you have the token selected, and the other to hide the aura of the ghost token when you're moving it. You can create as many auras as you like. You can stack them to create multiple ringed effects to show off different ranges for similar groups, like maybe you want range for a ranged weapon that has long and short ranges. You can also change the order of them if you need to group them better or have them show up more visibly. You can create as many auras as you like. You can stack them to create multiple ringed effects to show off different ranges for similar groups, like maybe range for a weapon that has a long and short range. You can also change the order of them if you need to group them better. The example we'll go through is to give Elfric a movement range and then a short range indicator for his magical longbow. After we save, you'll see them update immediately. We could change their privacy to show other players, but we don't want to clutter their screen with auras that only matter to us. Now onto the second part of the aura creation. The settings we just applied are for Elfric across the entire game. That means any map we drop him onto, he'll retain these auras. If we want to reduce that to only be map specific, we can use the 3-dot menu on the mini character window in the bottom left of the battle map and choose the Edit Token Auras option. These options follow the same rules except they override all auras from your main character sheet. The token menu will let you know that you have overrides if you do, but this can be useful for map-specific auras that we don't want carrying over elsewhere. Now that's a lot. As for the rest of the update, we've added an option to the profile menu to turn off the 3D dice if you find them slowing your device down or just are plain annoying. Not to be defeated though, we've added a new secondary dice color option for systems that like to use different color dice for secondary effects. I'm looking at you, Savage Worlds. Finally, we've spent a lot of time trying to find an algorithm with RNG or randomness that feels more natural. Oftentimes with software randomizers, they can feel like there are too many highs and too many lows. We've implemented a new randomizer that will hopefully make your games feel more natural. Let us know how it feels and reach out to us on Discord. That's all for now, but don't forget to take a look at the patch notes. Until we see you again, thanks for stopping by and keep questing.